a flutter in your chest, a strange tightness. You told yourself it was just stress, or maybe age. But what if it wasn't? What if that quiet feeling was your heart whispering for help before something serious ever shows up on a scan? Here's the truth. Heart attacks rarely happen out of nowhere. They come with subtle signs that many people overlook until it's too late. But there's hope. Because long before medication or surgery is ever needed, there are foods that can gently protect your heart. Not trendy diets, not expensive supplements, just everyday vegetables, ones you've seen 100 times that could make all the difference. In this video, we'll explore 5 simple vegetables that research has shown can lower your blood pressure, improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and help prevent heart attacks naturally. This isn't about restriction. It's about care. It's about choosing to listen while your heart is still speaking gently. So if you've been looking for a safe, natural way to support your heart, pull up a chair, grab a warm drink, and let's walk this healing path together. If you found this video helpful, press 1 to let us know you're with us. And if you have anything you'd like to share, feel free to leave a comment below. We always listen with care. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It's our honor to walk with you on this journey toward a healthier, more peaceful, and more fulfilling life. The heart never stops, but it needs help. Your heart has done a quiet miracle every single day for decades. While you slept, it worked. While you loved it, it beat faster. While you grieved, it held steady. Through heartbreaks, long drives, laughter, and silent dinners, it kept going. But here's something most people don't realize. The heart doesn't age the way we do. It doesn't wrinkle. It doesn't gray. It simply wears down. Slowly. Gently. Until one day, it doesn't bounce back as easily. You might notice it in little way. Walking up the stairs feels heavier. The morning pulse seems faster. You feel tired, even before your day begins. These signs don't scream. They whisper. And if we don't listen, we miss our chance to care. Most heart issues don't start with drama. They start with silent damage. Blood vessels growing stiff, inflammation hiding beneath the surface. Cholesterol quietly sticks to artery walls. But here's the hopeful truth. Just as the heart can wear down over time, it can also heal. Not with magic, not overnight, but with rhythm, with intention, with nourishment. And that's where vegetables come in. Yes, simple, humble, beautiful vegetables. They're not glamorous. They're not sold with promises. But their impact is real. Science shows that many vegetables, especially those rich in nitrates, antioxidants, fiber, and magnesium, can relax blood vessels, lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol buildup, improve oxygen flow, calm inflammation. And for seniors, this isn't just nice to have. It's essential. Because as we grow older, our hearts are no longer just beating for us. They're beating for the grandkids we want to see grow up, for the vacations we still dream about, for the quiet mornings we now treasure. So what you put on your plate might just be one of the most powerful decisions you make for your heart. And the best part, you don't need exotic foods or expensive supplements. Nature already gave us what we need. Let's start with the first one, a green most people overlook, but your heart will never forget. Number 1, spinach, the artery whisperer. Let's start with something familiar. Spinach. You've seen it on countless plates, maybe pushed it aside once or twice. But what you may not know is that this leafy green is quietly one of the most powerful heart allies on earth. It doesn't shout. It doesn't sting. It simply nourishes. Spinach is rich in natural nitrates compounds that, once inside the body, help produce nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide may sound complicated, but what it really does is simple and beautiful. It helps your blood vessels relax. Imagine tight, narrowed highways slowly opening up, allowing your blood to flow freely again. That's what spinach does for your arteries. But there's more. Spinach is loaded with magnesium and potassium, two minerals essential for maintaining healthy blood pressure, balancing sodium levels, supporting a steady heartbeat, low in calories, high in fiber, packed with antioxidants. Spinach is the kind of food that doesn't just fill you, it restores you. And here's something remarkable. Studies have shown that even a single serving of spinach per day can lead to noticeable improvements in arterial health in older adults. Not because it's magic, but because it's natural, gentle, and consistent. If you're someone who's been prescribed blood pressure pills, if you've been told your cholesterol is borderline, if your energy isn't what it used to be, then think of spinach not as a vegetable, but as a kind, green reminder. You can still help your body heal. And the best part, spinach is easy to add into daily life. Toss it into scrambled eggs or an omelet. Add a handful to your morning smoothie. Stir it into soup or stew during the last few minutes of cooking. Lightly sauté it with garlic and olive oil for a comforting side dish. It doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to be regular. And here's a little trick. Cooked spinach is often better than raw because the nutrients become more absorbable when heated. So don't worry if you're not a salad person. A warm plate of greens may do more good than you know. Your arteries are listening. And when you give them something like spinach, they respond quietly but clearly. They soften. They open. They thank you. Let's move on now to a vegetable that doesn't just nourish but protects. Number 2, broccoli, the natural statin. If spinach is the gentle whisper to your arteries, then broccoli is the quiet warrior standing guard. It may not look like much of a green cluster of tiny trees, but what it does for your heart is extraordinary. In fact, some researchers have started calling broccoli a natural statin. You see, statins are medications that lower cholesterol, but they often come with side effects, muscle pain, fatigue, even liver issues. Broccoli. It does something similar, without the baggage. Inside this green powerhouse is a compound called sulforaphane. It doesn't just sound impressive, it is. Sulforaphane fights oxidative stress, a process that damages cells, especially in your blood vessels. Think of oxidative stress like rust forming on a car. Sulforaphane is nature's way of gently scrubbing that rust away. But broccoli does even more. It helps reduce LDL cholesterol, the bad kind. It may slow the formation of plaque in your arteries. It supports the body's own detox system, and it's loaded with fiber, helping you feel full and regulate blood sugar. This means broccoli isn't just good for your heart, it's good for your whole body. And unlike medications, it doesn't take weeks to kick in. Every time you eat it, you're sending your body a message: I care. I'm still trying. I'm not giving up. Now, if you're not a fan of broccoli, don't worry. You're not alone. But maybe it's not that you don't like it. Maybe you just haven't had it the right way yet. Here are a few ways to love broccoli again. Steam it gently and drizzle with lemon and olive oil. Roast it with garlic until it's crispy on the edges. Add it to pasta, soups, or casseroles for a subtle crunch. Blend it into creamy vegetable soups or green smoothies. And one more secret: when you lightly steam broccoli instead of boiling it to death, you keep the nutrients and the flavor. The goal isn't to force yourself into a strict diet. It's to gently invite healing back into your life, one meal at a time. When you choose broccoli, you're not just feeding your body, you're telling your heart, you've served me well. Now, let me return the favor. Let's move forward now to a vegetable that doesn't grow above the ground but reaches deep into the earth and into the rhythm of your heart. Number 3, beets, the blood pressure tamer. It's earthy, it's sweet, and it stains your fingers red. But don't let the humble beet fool you. This root runs deep, in more ways than one. Beets have been called nature's blood tonic, and for good reason. Inside this deep red vegetable is a powerhouse of natural nitrates, the same heart-healthy compounds found in spinach, but in even higher concentrations. When you eat beets, those nitrates convert into nitric oxide, which gently relaxes and widens your blood vessels. This helps reduce resistance in your arteries, improving circulation and lowering blood pressure. One small study showed that drinking beet juice could lower systolic blood pressure by up to 5 points within just a few hours. That's the kind of change some medications struggle to achieve. But there's more. Beets support healthy blood flow to the brain. They boost oxygen delivery to muscles, helpful for seniors who want to stay active. They're rich in folate, a key vitamin for heart and cell health. And they contain betalains, which have powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Beets aren't just good for your body. They're good for your story, because when you eat food that grows beneath the soil, it connects you back to something deeper, something grounded, something ancient. Maybe that's why beets have been used in traditional medicine for centuries, from ancient Rome to Ayurvedic practices. Not as a drug, but as a reminder that healing often comes from the earth, slowly, quietly, colorfully. Now, let's talk about real life. How do you eat them? You can enjoy beets in many ways. Roast them until tender and drizzle with balsamic vinegar. Grate them raw into a salad with lemon juice. Blend them into a smoothie with berries. Or try a small glass of a 100% beet juice in the morning. And don't forget the beet greens. Those leafy tops are edible, too, and packed with potassium and vitamin K. Just sauté them with garlic like you would spinach. A word of comfort. Yes, beets can stain your hands and turn your urine pink. But don't worry, that's perfectly normal. It just means their vibrant color is moving through you, doing its gentle work. If you've been living with high blood pressure, if you're tired of the side effects of certain pills, if you want a solution that feels natural, beets might be your quiet answer. Let's move now to a vegetable that brings the sunshine inside your plate, sweet, crunchy, and stronger than it looks. Number 4. Carrots, the quiet guardian. It's crunchy. It's sweet. It hides quietly in stews, salads, and lunchboxes. Carrots rarely get the spotlight, but if your heart could speak, it would probably whisper, "Thank you." Because carrots are one of nature's most underrated protectors, especially for aging hearts. Their bright orange color comes from beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant your body converts into vitamin A. But beta-carotene does more than support your eyes. It also helps reduce oxidative stress and inflammation inside your arteries. In simpler words, it helps keep your blood vessels clean, soft, and flexible. But that's not all. Carrots are also packed with soluble fiber, which helps lower LDL cholesterol, potassium, which helps control blood pressure, polyacetylenes, unique plant compounds that may reduce cancer risk and calm inflammation. And unlike some superfoods, carrots don't demand anything fancy. You can eat them raw, cooked, steamed, roasted, juiced, even blended into a comforting soup. They're humble, but that's their power. They don't try to impress. They just show up day after day doing their quiet work. There's a quiet kind of healing in foods like this. When you eat a carrot, you're not just giving your body nutrients. You're saying, I care about myself enough to do the small things. You're choosing presence, simplicity, a steady kind of strength. For seniors who want to protect their hearts without relying on medications alone, carrots offer a gentle companion, not dramatic, not instant, but trustworthy. Here are a few easy ways to make carrots part of your life. Keep sliced raw carrots in the fridge for snacking. Roast them with olive oil and thyme for a sweet savory side. Add them to chicken soup or a vegetable stew. Grate them into oatmeal or muffins for a touch of natural sweetness. Or sip a small glass of fresh carrot juice in the morning. And don't worry, cooking carrots doesn't ruin their nutrients. In fact, heating helps release more beta-carotene, making it easier to absorb. If your goal is long-term heart health, if you want steady energy, smooth blood flow, and natural blood pressure support, don't overlook this sweet, crunchy root. It may not come with loud promises, but it delivers something deeper reliability. Let's now explore a vegetable that often goes unnoticed, but inside its young green blades lies a hidden healing power. Number 5. Garlic greens, the artery cleanser. You've heard of garlic, but have you ever tasted its gentler cousin garlic greens? These are the young, tender shoots that sprout from garlic bulbs before they mature. Long, slender, and fragrant. Garlic greens carry the spirit of garlic, but with a softer touch and a sweeter flavor. And yet, don't let their mildness fool you. They carry the same healing essence that garlic is famous for, especially for the heart. At the center of this healing is a compound called allicin. Allicin is what gives garlic its strong smell and its powerful cardiovascular effects. What does allicin do? It helps reduce LDL cholesterol, the bad kind. It thins the blood naturally, reducing clot risks. It may help lower blood pressure, and it supports arterial flexibility, which declines with age. In other words, garlic greens gently cleanse and protect your blood vessels like a daily rinse for your arteries. But what makes garlic greens special is their balance. They're not as pungent as raw garlic, and they don't overwhelm your meals. They blend beautifully, adding flavor, color, and healing in one swoop. They're also rich in vitamin C, an antioxidant that strengthens vessel walls, manganese for healthy metabolism, and flavonoids, which reduce inflammation and support circulation. For seniors who want the benefits of garlic without the strong bite, garlic greens offer a perfect alternative. Mild, gentle, effective. How do you eat them? Chop and sprinkle over soups, eggs, or stir-fries. Mix into mashed potatoes for a fragrant twist. Toss with olive oil and roast alongside other veggies. Blend into pesto or sauces for a gentle garlic lift. They're especially lovely in the spring but can be found year-round in some farmers' markets or grown easily at home. And if you can't find garlic greens, don't worry. Even regular garlic, when roasted or cooked gently, can offer similar heart-protecting benefits. But the green shoots, they feel alive, fresh, a symbol of growth and quiet strength. When you add garlic greens to your plate, it's not just nutrition, it's a gesture, a choice, a way to say I'm still growing, still healing, still choosing life. And maybe that's the heart of all this. These vegetables we've talked about, they're more than food. They're reminders that you are not powerless, that change is still possible, that nature still has your back. Let's move now to one final note. How to make these vegetables part of a daily rhythm that supports you gently, without overwhelm. Building a heart-loving routine bonus integration tip. Sometimes, the hardest part of healing isn't knowing what to do, it's knowing how to begin again. We often wait for the right time to change after the holidays, after the next doctor visit, after the next scare. But your heart, it's not waiting. It's still beating faithfully, patiently right now. So, what if healing didn't mean doing more? What if it meant doing less, but with more love? Here's how to create a heart-loving routine, not through discipline or diets, but through rhythm, kindness, and presence. One vegetable, one moment, one promise. Don't aim for perfection. Start with one thing. Choose one vegetable from this list, just one. Let it join your plate once today. Maybe it's carrots in your soup, or beets on your sandwich, or a few leaves of spinach in your scrambled eggs. That's enough, because the heart responds to consistency, not intensity. Cook like you care. Because you do, you don't need to be a chef. You just need to slow down, rinse the vegetables, feel their textures, smell their life, saute them gently with olive oil, whisper a thank you as they cook. This is sacred. This is soulful nutrition, a way to feed both body and spirit. Create quiet rituals around meals. Eat at the table. Light a candle. Turn off the TV. Say grace, even silently. Let your meals be moments of reconnection to yourself, to the earth, to the people you love. Even if you're alone, you're never truly alone. Every bite is an act of self-respect. Let food and movement be friends. After you eat, don't rush. Take a walk. Stretch by the window. Water your plants. Movement after meals helps digestion, boosts circulation, and gently trains the heart to stay strong. It's not about burning calories. It's about keeping the river flowing. Let go of guilt. Welcome grace. If you miss a day, that's okay. If you choose fast food, sometimes you're human. This is not a punishment. It's a return to simplicity, to care, to listening inward. The goal isn't control, it's connection. Your plate as a prayer. Every color, every crunch, every bite can be a way of saying I may be older, but I'm still worthy of healing. I may have ignored my body once, but today, I chose to listen. I may not move as fast, but my love, my intention, my presence, they are strong. That is what a heart-loving routine looks like. Not a chore, a gift. Now, let's close this journey with a final reflection on what it truly means to grow older and grow stronger, softer, and more sacred with each heartbeat.